Good afternoon. I'm very happy to be here to discuss the topic of asynchrony in adult patients. Thank you for the invitation. As you know, pressure support is often used nowadays to deliver assisted ventilation. On the left part of this slide, we have the representation of a pressurization given by the ventilator, which can be divided into three main phases. First of all, trigger phase with the pressure drop related to the patient's effort. Then the pressurization phase, during which the ventilator delivers a positive pressure to the patient. And finally, the cycling off that corresponds to the opening of the expiratory valve. As you know, pressure support is relatively easy to use and well tolerated by our patients. However, as represented here on the right part of this slide, the respiratory profile of the ventilator is very different from the patient's respiratory profile. And that is why patient ventilator asynchrony can occur. Thiel and his collaborators have defined, on the basis of pneumatic signals, 5 types of asynchronies. 3 types are related to the triggering process. We have here the ineffective effort with airway pressure curve, flow curve, and EADI curve. An ineffective effort occurs when there is a patient's inspiratory effort without corresponding pressurization from the ventilator. Here we have auto-triggering, which is the opposite, with pressurization given by the ventilator without a patient effort. Double triggering is the third asynchrony type related to the triggering process and corresponds to the occurrence of 2 pressurizations during a single inspiratory activity. The 2 remaining asynchrony types are related to the cycling process and are premature and delayed cycling. Premature cycling occurs when the pressurization stops before the end of the neural inspiratory time, whereas delayed cycling occurs when the ventilator gives pressurization twice as long as the inspiratory patient's time. Asynchrony index was defined as a ratio of the number of asynchrony events over the total respiratory rates, which corresponds to the ventilator respiratory rate and ineffective efforts. Thiel defines severe asynchrony as an asynchrony index over 10%. This is often found in our ICU patients. Indeed, severe asynchrony is found in 25% of invasively ventilated patients and in more than 40% of patients under non-invasive ventilation. As already said by our chairman, those severe asynchronies have been associated with a prolonged duration of mechanical ventilation, with a worse prognosis in case of prolonged ventilation. And on the other hand, patient ventilator asynchronies or severe asynchronies have also been associated with an increased work of breathing. Because NAVA triggered the ventilator on the basis of EADI, cycle loss of the ventilator on the same basis, and because NAVA delivers assist in proportionality to the patient's demand, it should be the tool to have optimal synchrony. This is represented here on this slide with, on the left part, what happens under pressure support, and on the right part, what happens during NAVA. We see that during pressure support, we have a delay between the beginning of patient's inspiratory effort and the beginning of ventilator-delivered pressurization that disappear, or mostly disappear, during NAVA. And we see that during pressure support, we have an excessive time of pressurization from the ventilator in comparison to the neural inspiratory time, which is reduced during NAVA. Several studies have compared patient ventilator synchrony between pressure support and NAVA. First of all, our German group showed in 2008 in 14 patients, then during pressure support there were ineffective efforts which disappeared during NAVA. 2 years later, the group of Toronto compared pressure support ventilation and NAVA ventilation in terms of patient-ventilator synchrony. They compared 2 10-minute periods under pressure support ventilation with low and high pressure support levels, and 2 10-minute periods of NAVA with also low and high support levels. In this study, they showed that with NAVA, patients had a lower trigger delay and a lower cycling off delay. They also showed that ineffective efforts, which were present during PS, disappeared during NAVA. However, because in this study, under pressure support, the inspiratory trigger was not very sensitive, and because the end trigger settings was set at 5% of peak inspiratory flow, it could be argued that these settings under pressure support ventilation could have enhanced the positive effect of NAVA. Our group also compared pressure support ventilation and NAVA, but with usual settings chosen by the clinician. In our study, during pressure support ventilation, mainly inspiratory flow trigger was used, and expiratory trigger setting was set at 25%. With this difference, we found the same results as the Toronto group. Here in more details, we see that during NAVA, in pink here, we had a shorter trigger delay than during the 2 PS period, in blue here. We had a lower cycling off delay during NAVA compared with pressure support. If we look at the total number of asynchrony events, we had fewer asynchrony events during NAVA compared with pressure support. And if we look at severe asynchrony, we can see that during NAVA we had only 6/22 patients, 27% of patients with severe asynchrony, whereas during PS there was more than 50% of patients with a severe asynchrony. And if we look at asynchronies type by type, we can see that during NAVA is always represented in the middle. We had no ineffective effort, no late cycling, no premature cycling. What we can also see on this slide is that we had some kind of auto-triggerings during NAVA. Even if it's not real auto-triggering, we can discuss that later if you want. And we see that we had more double triggering during NAVA than during PS. An open question about synchrony is why NAVA improved patient ventilator synchrony. Is it because NAVA uses EADI to trigger the ventilator, or is it because NAVA delivers proportional assist ventilation? This study from Nicola Terzi answered the questions. They compared pressure support, NAVA as the whole concept, and NAVA with a high EADI trigger to inactive the EADI-related trigger. And they found that the worst was pressure support, and the best was NAVA using both proportional assist ventilation and EADI to trigger the ventilator. And this is the answer. It's really both proportional ventilation and EADI trigger which can explain the improved synchrony we can observe with NAVA. Now, a small word about NIV. We have seen that NAVA improved patient ventilator synchrony during invasive ventilation. And what about NIV? as just shown before, something is missing here. It's with helmet NIV. As this study has been shown, NAVA improved patient ventilator synchrony during NIV delivered with helmet. These are the results just previously shown by our chairman, with an asynchrony index very low during NAVA and an asynchrony index quite elevating during pressure support ventilation. We also performed a study during NIV, but with standard interface with neuronasal mask. We compared 20 minutes of pressure support ventilation and 20 minutes of NAVA in a random order. And we found the same thing as with invasive ventilation and with NIV delivered by an helmet, with a marked reduction of the trigger delay, with a reduction in the total number of asynchrony and especially a reduction of severe asynchrony, and disappearing of, ineffective efforts, premature cycling, late cycling. We had some double triggering during NAVA NIV, but not more than during pressure support ventilation, by contrast to what we found during invasive ventilation. And a short word for the end about auto-triggering. We can see here that we had auto-triggering during PS on the left part, and that we had something that looks like auto-triggering during NAVA, but with a very smaller amplitude of pressure. This is probably more related to artifacts in the EADI signal with small pressurization, but those auto-triggerings are probably not very relevant for the patient. In conclusion, under pressure support ventilation, severe patient ventilator asynchrony is frequent. NAVA improves patient ventilator synchrony under invasive ventilation, standard NIV, and helmet NIV. NAVA improves patient ventilator synchrony by reducing trigger delay, by improving cycling off, by diminishing the total number of asynchrony. And we can say that NAVA almost eradicates pneumatic-based asynchronies, but double triggering persists, at least under invasive ventilation, and a new asynchrony type that can be called NAVA auto-triggering has emerged. Thank you for your attention.